Greetings and salutations, and we are back with how easy is it to get into Hearthstone. Now, where we left off was right around level 16, right? You can see what you get. You get packs all the way up through. You get more, Menagerie Warrior. They show you what they are here, and you will get to keep, all these things, whatnot. And it gives you more cards, and of course you get more catch-up packs. It says, contains up to 50 cards. So you get, so far you get, I think we've gotten, 3 of these. So two of these or 3 of these. This would make it number 3 or 4. So you get a massive number of cards, and it does help flesh out your entire thing. Now, I think I just made a Death Knight deck randomly. But we're going to try it. We're going to keep going. Now, I happen to, like I said, I happen to like this game. A lot. Sometimes the meta does get a little stale. Especially when a rotation's about to occur. There are certain cards that really should just rotate early, and they're not doing that yet. But the reason I like this is because it's not functionally like other card games, whereas other card games have less player agency, right? I mean, Magic the Gathering has a lot of player agency in the regard that you can play you can play cards on your opponent's turn, sort of player agency. Whereas this doesn't have things you can play on your opponent's turn, but at the same time, it gives you player agency on how to make value trades and everything on your side of the board when it is your turn. But it also makes the other player think, how do I want to play this? How do I want to make that... It's how do I want to make the play? It's do I want to trade here? Do I want to trade there? Stuff like that. And just having that sort of system where you can make those types of value trades and everything, it kind of helps. But that's this thing, is that's how I see it. I figured they were going to kill that one. Even though it is a bot. Card draw is also really good too. But it's one of those things where you have to almost look at it from a different perspective. You can put that. And then do that. So wait, I'll trade there first and then there. And then play him. That's dead. I get cards. Okay, so we do that, Gnome Stealer, or Gnome Muncher. And that's the thing about this game is really easy to get into, which allows you to experience, I guess, more of a game. You think I'm going to hit the 50? You know what? I'm not going to take the chance on the 50-50. I win. Because of how that card functions. And I think that card's overpowered, by the way. The Gnome Muncher. Because it's a card that basically says it automatically attacks the lowest life minion. Or the lowest life target. Which is kind of insane. So we get to choose a deck. Apprentice Shaman, which gives us Hagatha the Fabled, Akira Windlord, Maze Guide, Rocket Hopper, that kind of thing. Apprentice Hunter, which gives us Mukla, Varanus. Apprentice Paladin, which gives us Yrel Beacon of Hope, Anachronos, Tyrion, and Ragnaros. You know what? I'm gonna go with Paladin. Attack an opponent's minion with your minion and have it survive. Okay. Try with Druid and Warrior. Okay. Sure, I'll try it with Warrior. Why not? Because I've played a lot of card games. I mean, I've played Balatro, Zoetal. The Zoetal one I still have. I still play it. I like it. I might make a video on that one next. Hearthstone, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! I've played Magic the Gathering. I did not play Marvel Snap. But what I've noticed throughout this entire thing is I like card games that take a while to get to the end game. Lately, Magic the Gathering had gone to the point of absurdity, almost, where you had people winning by turn 4. There hasn't really been an aggro deck like that in Hearthstone for quite some time. You might be able to do an aggro Warlock deck with a lot of the newer stuff, but it's not likely. It's not very likely. A lot of them... don't really exist in that fashion. So we go to that. And considering I can't slam my opponent's minion, I'll slam my own and get an extra card.
The dark path is my destiny.
See, he's not generating corpses, which means he's not getting a taunt minion, which is great. I do like that. I do like the cargo guard. It's not very useful. Wow. I'm gonna torture card off the top. Alright, it's Cornelius Rome, no big deal. I know a guy. Sure, we'll do that. Playing like a pseudo control warrior here. Ooh. I like that because I could just drag that in there, trade it. Looking like a brawl angle. Hopefully it gives me one of the 1/1s. One of the reborns. And then we do something like this.
The dark path is my destiny.
My ancestors are useful.
Wow. Well, we'll do this. Sweet.
The citadel stands strong.
Using their own minions to blow them up.
The citadel stands strong.
Leave bones, please.
Wow. Ah. There we go. 12 damage right to the dome. Is he gonna trade? It's gonna be a lot of damage. Is it? That's definitely all going face. Yikes. Okay. Whatever. I mean, there was options there. Alright, finish that quest. And I get a reward. I get the reward of another pack of cards. Okay, can I... Thank you. What does it say? Can I have that? Level 18. Okay. So, I guess I just play another game. Let's see what we get. That's kind of poo. I mean, time stop's nice. I actually have a Frost DK that uses time stop ×3. It's an interesting build. It's not very effective. It needs to rotation needs to occur for that deck to be good, because there's a lot of cards that give like taunt or divine shield or heal, and that kind of hinders the Frost Death Knight deck, because the whole point of Frost Death Knight is usually like burn them down, and it relies on I almost want to call it Frost Chiller, but I don't know the name of it. Crusader Aura is nuts. Holy glow sticks are kind of poo. Can't wait. Those need to go away. Holy glow sticks are kind of awful. That's not bad. Interstellar Wayfarer with the Interstellar Star Slicer. Always have to do that. Ooh.
I hope you like my invention.
Man, I haven't heard that one in a while.
For justice.
Hope you like my invention. The engineer. Oh my god. It's been a hot minute since I heard that. Hmm. Hmm. I'll just leave it.
Just me and Mr. Bitey.
Man. It's me and Mr. Bitey. That was such an old card.
In the great dark beyond, there is life.
The battle.
Job's done.
Oh, okay, sure. I'd gladly take Interstellar Wayfarer back into my hand for nothing. 100%.
In the great dark beyond,
Yeah, Libram of Divinity. You want to know what's even more gross than Libram of Divinity? And that's when you pair it with, You're sick, dude. It's when you pair it with Lanessa. Spells that cost less than 2. Oh jeez.
reporting for duty. Job's done.
They cast twice when they cost more than 2. Or when they cost 2 or less. Librams of Divinity casting twice. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Yep. Totally dead this turn. Not me, them. We're gonna do this anyway.
Beyond, there is life.
And then we're gonna just... And yes, I made a Libram Paladin that did exactly that. Hey! I get 3 standard packs to claim. And yes, you can, like I said it before in the previous video, you can make it to Legend with just the default cards you get from this. Ooh, Golden Common. Stormbrewer's nice. Another epic. 2 epics. That's a good card. That's a good card. That's a good card. Another epic. That's a good card too. That one right there is weird because this, like, you could bounce that Death Rattle. So if you know what you're doing with Death Rattles, you could sit there and just keep bouncing it back and forth. And it's kind of crazy in that regard, but it's also kind of awesome. It's supposed to unlock at level 18. Apparently I'm not 18 yet. Whatever. Next one. Let's try Demon Hunter. Now, each class has its own identity. Paladins are about buffing minions, Divine Shield, sometimes having a little bit of taunt. There's not a whole lot of card draw in Paladin, which is why you want to supplement your Paladin with card draw. Prize Vendor's really good. So if you're gonna use Paladin, or if you're gonna use a class that doesn't have a whole lot of card draw in it, Prize Vendor's a great card. Battlecry, Death Rattle, draw a card. You and your opponent draw a card. You can also use it to help mill your opponent's cards, but it's sketchy. I don't know why I put Boulder Fist Ogre in here, or Cairn, but yeah, they're in here. Demon Hunters are more about aggression. Aggression, mana cheating, and other things such as that. And they're just an all-around
I hope you like my invention.
okay class, in my estimation. There's a lot of people that don't like them. Do I really want to run that out there? Yeah, we'll just do this. Because I want to get Outcast. As you can see, Outcast, if you're unaware of the game, Outcast is if it's in your far left or far right slot, it gets a bonus. Like with this, it costs 3, but because it's Outcasted, it costs 1. And now I can Outcast to draw a card. And now I could coin into Chaos Strike to draw another card. And now that would have been Outcasted if I had the mana.
Me and Mr. Fight.
Now, the real fun part about this is with Illidari Inquisitor, that's gross. Is she a demon? Oh, that's a very bad move on their side. This is not going to bode well for them at all. Because I can do Raging Fell Screamer. Oh, even better. Play him. Now that costs 4. You play it, costs, we'll get it for 4. We can then do this for 1. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. Like, it looks like I'm in a bad way, but you'll see. So we do trade there. Do this. Kill that one there. Punch to the face. Illidari goes face. That gets assassinated. Yep. Bang. And you traded? You're insane. Alright. Wow. It's alright. We're alright here. He no longer has another assassinate. Ooh. I like that. Now he has to get through that, and it summons a Bane. Okay. Okay. Huh? Cool. Yeah. Oh. I bet I could build a better Demon Hunter deck that really focuses on the aggression portion of it. But you can see where what I'm saying here. And we're gonna see if I can. I think I'm just gonna delete some of these decks. I'll probably keep the Apprentice Paladin one. And of course, I got a duplicate card, so now I can disenchant. Death Chiller, that's what they're called. Matter of fact, we're just gonna delete a whole bunch of these decks. And I'm gonna build a new deck that's a Death Knight deck that uses all of these cards that are Frost. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. We're going to keep the Apprentice Paladin, though. We're going to start a new deck, and it's going to be a Death Knight.
You can create a deck from a recipe, or make one of your own.
You'll see what I'm getting at here. I don't really like Corpsicle because it's used way too much in everything else. Hollow Direhorn's nice. If you play Hollow Direhorn right, it comes out beautiful.
Now add runes of any type to your.
No, I can't. I can only add runes of one type because I have blue. They're all frost runes. And because I want more card draw, where are you? I'll toss the Black Knight in there. We can always cycle him. Where are you? Pyro. There he is. Good old wild Pyro. What else do I have? Cremate. Guys discover a mini with a dark gift cost 2 less. It's not bad. Run no muncher, sure. Why not? And I will, you know what, I'm going to run Cremate. And then I will run Chill Fallen Baron. I don't really much have anything else to run, per se. I have Dust, but I don't want to use it. I will run Staff of the Endbringer, why not? I would have run something else, but you'll see what I'm talking about with the direct damage of the Frost Death Knight. It's also got control with freezing, but not as much as you'd think. There's a common card I could have constructed, or crafted. It's called Crypt Map, and it's a blue rune, and it says Discover a Frost rune card, I think. And if you play it this turn, you get another. So you can technically get the Horn of Winter that allows you to get 2 mana crystals back, which then allows you to get another card from Crypt Map. I might actually craft Crypt Map after this for that purpose. Don't like the Frost Worms. I'm going to keep the Poison Breath, though, because that's great with the Pyromancer. Cremate's not bad either. There's Death Chiller. Remorseless Winter. I do want to get rid of that, though. I could have used that. I didn't. I didn't think of it. Sweet. Ooh. Tough decision. Yeah, we'll do this. Death Chiller. I just need a Horn of Winter. Ooh, I don't like that. That's fine though. Okay, I get it. You're not a fan of Death Chillers. Wow. A little bit of a little anger there.
The citadel stands strong.
That's going face. Why? So we do the Death Chiller, and then we do this. That's gonna be killing the Death Chiller. I knew it. I knew for a fact they weren't just gonna leave it there. Wow. Oh, we'll discover a minion. Sure, why not? Wow. That's disgusting. This is a 9/4 elusive Sandmaw. Jeez. Yeah. And like I said, it is against computers in the beginning, and then once you get all the requests and everything out of the way, I can now do the brawl and get 50 gold. Play a game of any mode. We're gonna do the brawl. Just to what is this? Oh, I can't do that yet.
Welcome to the Tavern Brawl!
Yeah, okay, I know what it is. Coal for the naughty. Make the worst deck you can. Both players swap decks. Start with 10 mana. Draw 2 cards per turn. Good luck. The worst deck. Hmm. Wow. Sure, we'll just jam everything in there. Why not? If I can. Sweet, there we go. Worst deck, I will play a game. Now, if you win, you get a pack of cards in the brawl. Now, they change the brawl every so often. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're terrible. This one's just kind of wacky, and I get to play the other player's deck.
Malfurion versus Geralt.
And it's another player. It's another actual player. It's not a
I must protect
thing.
the wild.
I'm going to keep the Dirty Rat. I'll keep the Cornelius Rome, too, just for funsies. Now he's going to get a whole bunch of garbage. Welch. Oh, geez. Both players have Nosdorma the Eternal.
For no one.
Jade Serpent guide you.
Sure.
I'm here for the gold.
For the wild.
Wait, did they just copy my deck and just put it out there? No way. There's no way that this person has the same exact deck. Hey, there's some cards that I didn't have. The thing is he can't play spells. If he plays spells, I get a copy of it.
Glory! I'm here for the gold!
I ain't talking. I'm feeling punchy.
Thank you. I'll take a coin. I'll take 2 coins.
Time waits for no one.
Nice.
Send them overboard!
It's time for round.
Wanna blow something up?
I'm here for the gold!
Wow.
The menagerie is for guests only. My hat is too full. My hat.
Time waits for no one. For action. For the wild. My hand is full.
Just torching cards off the top. Yeah, you have to attack the dirty rat. It's got a taunt. Alright.
I'm here for the gold!
The sky burns.
Ooh.
Move it!
That's not good.
Time waits for no one.
Need a drink? I'm feeling punchy. Something up?
My hand is full.
I'm feeling punchy.
This is not what we stood for.
This is bad. This is very bad. Because it's just going to boil down to fatigue. And he's going to fatigue before me. Ooh, that's not good for him.
Time waits for no one.
He's dead at the end of his turn. He has to kill me this turn.
Do not confine yourself to linear thinking.
Need a drink?
Not gonna save you, buddy. You're dead right there. Boom. As soon as he traded, he was dead. Earned a pack from the brawl. Awesome. But they're fun. They're fun little jaunts like this. So let's see what we got. And a couple of rares. Power word barrier, slow motion. I haven't found a use for slow motion yet, but it is, from what I've heard, it can be a pretty good deck. So, a pretty good card. Hey, 3 packs. How about that? Next one we get Menagerie Warrior, Taunt Druid, or Magic or Spellcaster Mage. That's at level 22. Now there's other things too. There's also solo modes and stuff like that. Solo adventures. And some of the solo adventures are fun. A lot of the solo adventures are just a good time. They do give... some of them do give cards. I know that I believe the Death Knight opening one and there was another one that gave cards too. Alright. I'm going to craft a card. 2 of them, actually. That would be Crypt Map, because I want those in this deck. And I want those over Cremate and over Staff of the Endbringer. There we go. There's new modes. What else is there? Yeah, wait. Oh, it said new. I thought it already changed it over. Anyway, we'll get to the solo adventures in a bit. But I believe that there's more cards out of the Death Knight opening, out of the Demon Hunter opening, and out of Noxramas? I think the first little stint of Noxramas has cards that you can unlock. Maybe the Boomsday Lab also has one that you can unlock that has cards in it, I think. I could be wrong. But if it is, they're cards that can cycle back in, just so you know. Because sometimes they do that. Sometimes they take cards from core and they'll cycle them out, and then they'll cycle in new cards from core. So it's not bad. The Poison Breath is usable on anything that's undead, which is what you use it on the Pyromancer. If need be, you can always use it on the Ghoul, but it's 50-50. Ooh, that's a nasty, nasty card to pick up. Especially if I get the Death Chiller. We'll go to that face, and then we'll just trade there. Okay. What'd I get? Death Chiller? No. I don't really want to run Crypt Map right yet. For the king! The Hollow Direhorn's really good if you can manage to keep his stuff going there. You know what? We're gonna do this. What'd I get? Cryo Sleep's nice. We'll do it. There's the Death Chiller. I mean, if you play the card, you can get other stuff. Ooh, that's not good. Don't worry, I've got a solution for it. Because when you put Poisonous on him, Poisonous says whenever it does a point of damage, destroy those minions. When you poison like that, it just takes care of them all. Yeah, we'll do it. Gonna trade. Boy, he's drawn a lot of cards. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna trade now. They really hate that card. Here's why the Hollow Direhorn's great. They like trade there. That dies, gives him reborn by spending 3 corpses. So now if he dies, he comes back. They just had to waste 2 of that for that, really? Insanity. Oh yeah, Crypt Map, sign me up. Oh, Horner winner? Sign me up. Remorseless winner? Sure, I'll do it.
They'll never know what.
See what I mean about the just doing just damage straight? And of course he's gonna kill it because he doesn't like it. He's dead on his turn. Those death chillers. If you can get 2 of them going, and you get a couple of Horner winner, it's just death chiller, Horner winner, Horner winner. You just roll that damage over on top of them. It's crazy. But there's no real way to survive late game with that deck. So if they have any modicum of healing or any modicum of way of like giving themselves armor, and there's a lot of decks that can do that. Rafaam Warlock, anybody that has Ancient of Yore, a lot of decks can get armor. The cold wind from that deck just kind of peters out eventually. And that's the downside of it. Other than that, it's really a solid deck.
I will fight with honor.
I'd like an Interstellar Slicer and another Interstellar Slicer? Of course not. Why would I ever get what I wanted?
The light days, but we fight.
Slither Spear into Hand of Adal next turn.
I cannot read them.
Hey man, you do you. Well, I'm gonna do the Slither Spear anyway. Into Hand of Adal.
You read them.
That's a good card. They made an even better card one time. Absolutely manic card too. Yeah, we'll drop that out there. The other card was what's it called? Dance Floor or something like that. I forgot the name of it, but you would summon 7 of the 1/1s with Rush, and when they all died, summon a second set of 7. So the damage couldn't go face, but the damage was pertinent enough that you didn't want to have to deal with it every time.
For justice.
Because you're talking 14 damage across the board to just minions, and you could make value trades with it and still have minions left on board. And that was back during I want to say, yeah, sure, we'll run it. It was back during Showdown in the Badlands, because it was it wasn't Showdown in the Badlands itself, it was the other expansion, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, and I can't right now. It was Festival of Legends. That's the name of it. That was the name of the expansion. Festival of Legends. And it gave really good cards, which was shocking for many. Put your faith in the light.
Put your faith in the light.
Yeah. Ooh. Festival of Legends was what I would say is was a hit or miss expansion. You had some cards that were really good, and you had a lot that were just poo. All right, we got Menagerie Warrior, which gives Sneeds, Ragnaros, all you can eat. Doesn't give you anything good really. Taunt Druid gives you Fandral and Cairn. We already have Cairn. Spellcaster Mage gives you Thalnos. Posermeister Khadgar's nice. Antonitis. Caligos. Sure. We'll go with Spellcaster Mage. We don't have too far to go, and then we get Ladder Ready decks. You get to see what those are, assuming I can just crank this out and get to the end. Oh, I managed to beat the Zoetal adventure on, what is it, normal? For the rogue. And I unlocked the mage. So when I unlocked the mage, now, you know, the mage is kind of interesting in a way. I don't know if I'd say she's overpowered. She's very strong. Very strong. Of the three, I think the weakest is the rogue if things don't go right. And then the knight would be the second weakest, and then, or the rogue would be the weakest, the knight would be the second weakest, and then the mage would be the strongest of the three classes. That's assuming there isn't any other classes. Welcome back, Caligos. You never want to get the high cast cards off the top. You really don't. It's bad. It's bad for business. Okay, I mean, Garrosh here went a little overboard with the armor. Safety goggles coin into shield block. Nothing like 11 armor on turn 1. Jeez. That's not good. That's the opposite of good. Ooh. Wait a minute.
What happened to no one left behind?
We're gonna wait on that. So I might have to freeze it and then do Frost Lich Cross Stitch. Is this an actual player? Because it was just investigating Maroon Archmage.
You wanna read a book? I wanna read a book.
Oasis Ally. Star Surge. Star Surge isn't bad. Improved by each friendly minion that died this game. That's gonna be a big boy when he drops it. Execute? Nope, no execute.
My blood boils for war.
So fun.
I'm gonna want to draw cards here soon. Because he's got card... Well, I would say he's got card advantage right now, but... I'm wondering what it was he just did couple muscle 3 times on. Hopefully it's not something like Garrosh, because that would be very bad. Because then you could just Garrosh that has charge, give it damage, pop me right in the dome. Be a very bad day. So we're hoping that he doesn't have that. And I don't know what this... this might actually be a real player. Because it's not playing like a bot. It's making very educated decisions and it's taking its time. So, does not feel like a bot at all. But by putting the Slither Spear out there, it gives a threat on board because any player will know, hey, this person's got a Slither Spear. There's a chance that they can run, a couple spells and the Slither Spear can ramp up. And you don't want that. So to prevent that, you want to trade into the Slither Spear with a minion that has Rush or Charge, if he has one. And then it gives me an Oasis ally. It's the gamesmanship of playing that sort of thing. That's kind of the player agency I was talking about. This is going to seem like a rather odd play, but... Yeah, we'll go with it. I was going to actually Frost-Lich cross-stitch my own bookcase, or one of my own elementals. That way I can have more stronger minion on the board by trading in one of my older minions. That's probably going to go straight to the dome. I stand corrected. He no longer has a Alloy Advisor, which is a really nasty card, by the way. If you could do like Alloy Advisor with the other one that's something or other Basher. The Basher says whenever you gain armor, it gets +2/+2 and attacks a random minion. That's not what I would have killed, brother. Oh, it's Menagerie Warrior. That is certainly not what I would have killed that. Leaving the water elemental up is a bad idea. Oh boy. That was by far the best six cost minion I could have gotten. Has charge when it doesn't start in your deck. It's crazy. But the thing is it's like, how do you get it in your deck and not get it to start in your deck? So you almost have to guarantee randomize Dread Deserter. He's gonna trade. It's okay. Let's do that. Actually, let's trade. And then just give me a new one. Oh wait, he's got... Wait a minute. I like this. Now that I've played this last turn, I can choose where to put this. Which, by the way, Spontaneous Combustion is a really good card to play on, too. Usually there's no minions on board, and that's 4 damage to face for 2 mana. It's crazy. Yeah, about that. Now you see why that 3 mana Star Surge is a good card. Trade all your minions in, they all die. You laugh at the enemy when they all catch fire. Well, I'll probably have to do a part 3, but we're almost there, and then you get to see the ladder ready decks. This is something that like I said, I really wish people would get into a play. Also, by the way, the new Darkmoon Fair treasures are up. Everybody gets there is 1 free spin, and I've already done my free spin, and I got Yesterlock. But you could get Time Thief for Fam. You could get anything. My other one got 2 random epics. My other account, so. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everybody has I hope you enjoyed this video. I did. I'm hoping more and more players get into Hearthstone. I really am. But I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, a Merry Christmas Eve, and as always, have a good one.